Welcome to Who You Were with Patrick Noth and Sebastian Canelli. In each episode, we ask our guests to talk about a time in their life when they were significantly different.
And when it sheds, it's like, it's not collecting. Like, I have no chest hair or nothing, right? So I just lose the hair on my head. It's so thin, it doesn't even fucking matter. So I'm just...
So you're blowing loads.
And... Wait, we can't. This can't be the beginning. But
no, this is the beginning. We're picking up with you're blowing loads.
No. And then,
you guys are getting rid of the poison in your balls.
If you're just joining us, Sebastian has his own shower now, so he's fucking blowing loads in the shower.
It's just a good feeling, you know?
It's useful that semen sort of smells like bleach because no one will know.
Thank you. But also, no one's even in my shower. No one even fucking comes in there.
Well, not the way you're presenting it.
No, I want to present it that way. Yeah, who cares? But the thing is, sometimes I'll go in the shower and I'll listen to a podcast. And then I'll be listening to the podcast.
I picture you with like headphones in the shower.
Yeah, I got the waterproof headphones. And I'm blasted. Because I take real long showers. Like that, I'm all about that. Oh, it's the best. I had the croup when I was a kid. So I used to have to sit in front of the shower.
Oh, yeah, bad
And
cough.
my dad would rub my back. So that's probably why I like it. Some fucking shit like that. So
wait, what is it? The croup?
Yeah, it's a kid that has a cough.
If you have a cough that can't be fixed, that you go in the shower and the humidity releases the phlegm or something?
Yeah, I don't know the science behind it.
I speak very confidently about science, But you run a hot bath.
Yeah. But basically, sometimes I'm listening to a podcast and then I'll be like washing myself, and then all of a sudden I'll realize I'm jerking off as we got Pete Holmes in the background. Do you believe in God? I'm like, oh God, oh no, Pete.
You like tune him out for like 2 minutes.
Yes,
and then
that's not premeditated. That's not a premeditated masturbation at all.
No, I got my own shower now,
and no one wants to listen to fucking Pete Holmes. You know, like if you were premeditating, what would you throw on audio wise?
Ooh, what would I throw on? I would probably just throw on music.
Yeah, or like Rainforest CD.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Nothing gets me harder than the jungle.
But I think it's like knowing you're like alone.
Dude, no, I'm alone.
I'm kidding.
Dude, I can't even. The mosquitoes, just the thought of the mosquitoes, I want to put on extra clothes. I get allergic to mosquitoes.
Really? What happens?
Everyone does.
I just scratch them and they get big.
That's what you're describing as a normal mosquito.
No,
universal.
No, when I was a kid, I used to have to go get needles at the doctor's.
You know, bee stings? I'm allergic to those.
Do you need EpiPen?
No, but they give me a bump.
I had a friend growing up who was allergic to bee stings, and he would go fight beehives, and he would have to go to the hospital if he got stung.
How do you win a fight with a beehive?
They don't care.
Well,
they don't know they're in a fight with you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Bees.
I'm going to shout out to my older sister because here's how you win, right? I came home one time. I was like 6 years old crying. And she's like, what happened? This is my older sister. And I'm like, I got stung by a bee. And she's like, show me where. And she went, I brought her to it. It was like in a stone, like in an alley and like a fence that was made of stone or something like that. There was a little hole and there was like
a wall.
It was it was one of those things where, there's a bunch of stones on top of each other and then there's mortar in between them. You know what I mean? Square stones.
Yeah, stone fence.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
there's a beehive in the hole?
Yeah. So like in one of the holes, and she fucking had lighter fluid and squirted, or got dry leaves, shoved dry leaves in there, squirted it with lighter fluid and torched the beehive for me.
For you.
For me.
Yeah, right. She got the biggest thrill of her life out of it.
Yeah, she probably loved it.
She's like, I'll do this for you. And she's like, hey, little bees.
She's like, there's a beehive somewhere?
She's like, perfect.
Wow. I think
my sister, she killed a dog for me. I mean, I didn't ask her to. I didn't ask her to. She just did it.
Yeah, your sister's also Dexter.
Yeah, this is sister competition and you just won it. Your sister killed the dog for you. Great. Great. My sister killed the bees. It's not as good as a dog.
My sister tried to get me to smoke cigarettes. I'm the youngest of four. You're a big family too. I'm like medium big.
Yeah.
But my sister brought me onto the roof that was outside of her bedroom, and I was like 11. And she's like, you're going to smoke this cigarette. Because I don't want someone else peer pressuring you. I want to do it.
Wow. And did you?
I smoked it, but I hated it.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't do it right. I wasn't with friends.
Disgusting.
You can't be peer pressured by like a sibling
who
you're rebelling against a little bit, you know?
No. You know what? The first cigarette you smoke is disgusting.
It's horrible.
The second one is awesome because you got the fucking head rush. So all the kids out there, if you tried one cigarette, make it to two. Make it to two.
Stick to it, you know?
No, I think that there's like a period of time that you have to be an idiot. I think cigarettes taste bad and are horrible for like months. And you just have to be so stupid for like 3 months.
I mean,
and then,
beer is kind of that way. Most beer is kind of bad tasting.
Yeah.
And even now when people are like, oh, this beer is so hoppy, it's got notes of pineapple. I'm like, this beer's bad.
Yes.
This tastes like food you wouldn't eat.
Yeah. Do you ever taste your mouth after you drink some beers? Disgusting.
Yeah, it's like a gnome farted in your mouth. It's like so much earthiness. It's just like, yeah.
Wait, do you guys think that nobody likes the taste of beer, or do you believe those people?
No, I think-
because I agree with you.
I think
fire.
your palate definitely matures. You know, just like some vegetables. I hated vegetables when I was a kid, but now I'm like, oh, I actually love this. You know,
Right.
broccoli rabe.
Yeah, well, do you put oil and garlic on that shit?
Yeah, butter.
Yeah, so that's what you
Salt, pepper.
tasted.
When I was a kid, it was just raw. The vegetables were just
Raw
raw.
broccoli raw. That's impossible. You can't even fuck
No,
with
Or
that.
microwave. My parents would just throw it in the microwave
Yeah.
and, you know, steam out any, you know, nutrients.
Right. Or it was like frozen or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I fucked with broccoli rabe as a kid.
You fucked with it?
Yeah, definitely. My grandma would make broccoli rabe, sausage and
Oh,
broccoli
that's right.
rabe.
It's like an
Yeah,
Italian.
Yeah, very Italian. Or we get it on pizza.
Oh, God, that's nice.
Yeah, we get a white pie with broccoli rabe and
that
fresh
sounds
garlic.
good. Yeah.
Ooh, fire.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I wasn't on board at first, but when you said a white pie with garlic, I was like, yep.
White pie is so good. Oh my God. That's when I fell in love with regat.
Ricotta.
Yeah, I got a tub in my fridge.
How come it's regat, not ricotta?
You never.
Right?
Yeah, I don't ask these questions.
I'm sure it's ricotta, but you know,
But it becomes regat.
I feel like Italian people can just do whatever the fuck they want with the
so
word,
good.
and we'll buy. And everybody has to be on
Yeah,
board.
it's like it's not calamari, it's calamar, and soon it'll be like capabara.
Yeah, you just say whatever you want. That's awesome. But what is awesome? Not that. And I used to have teachers that go, Sebastian, that's not a word. And I would literally say, I go, but you understood what I meant. So why do I have to fucking change what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Isn't the point of words to communicate an idea? So if I'm communicating an idea with the word that I'm saying, why should I have to change to what you want?
and what'd you say to the teacher? What did you say? What's an example of that?
Like something like that, you know, like
like a regote.
yeah, or like
Instead of calling it the chalkboard, you call it the chopboard.
yeah. I would say I was so stupid as a kid. I was the fucking worst.
Instead of notebook, you made like bird noises.
You want to intro the show, bro? Come on.
It feels like Sebastian's angry at me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please
Well,
welcome.
wait. I'll tell you why. Because literally we're bullshit, we're chit chatting, and then you go, we're going to start the episode with you saying dropping loads or whatever. How are we going to get any listener to listen past 30 seconds?
We don't have to start it with that.
Well, now they know.
You were just gonna like be like, I'm not gonna tell him to cut that out, but I hate it.
Yeah, I ask people to come on here and be honest. What am I going to say? You got to cut the bullshit I say?
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, fuck
All right,
off.
so we'll start out with him blowing loads in the shower.
Whatever you got to do to get those clicks.
It's all about the clicks. Welcome to Who You Were. My name's Patrick Noth.
I'm Sebastian Canelli.
And this is a podcast where we bring on a comedian and we ask them about a time in their life when they were significantly different. Sebastian.
Yeah, we got my friend. We're on an improv team together. The law firm every Friday night at UCB Hell's Kitchen, 10:30. Come check us out. He's also at Page 6 at the New York Post.
That's right.
Give it up for Brian Faas.
Woo!
Yeah!
Oh my gosh. Suddenly there's like a big room of people.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the show is when we clap.
I love it. I don't know of any other podcast that does it except Drink Champs. Drink Champs. You guys got to check out Drink Champs. It's fantastic.
I never listened.
It's fantastic.
I've never actually listened to a full podcast.
Really?
Really?
Well, no, I did like
about
the narrative ones I'll do.
Like Serial.
I like the first
season.
30 minutes and then I get like antsy.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's boring. Podcasts are boring. You know what? You can't just listen to a podcast. You got to listen to a podcast and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too fucking boring. You know what? Podcasts are good when you don't want to be alone with your thoughts.
Oh God.
So we are protecting you from yourself right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
bless.
Yeah.
To all the
feel-
lonely people out there.
Yeah, download our episodes. Don't feel your feelings.
It's not even about lonely. It's about feeling your feelings.
Just alone and trying to be a little caged off.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to be alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go,
Guys, we're
Minute
starting
4,
off-
I'm sad.
we always start off just kind of talking about how it's hard to be alone.
I've never lived alone.
Really? Like
Yeah.
alone.
Alone. Yeah, I always had roommates or, lived with my boyfriend who's now my husband. Like I've always...
Mark.
Yo, Mark.
Shout out to Mark.
Don't worry, he won't listen to this.
Sure.
He doesn't watch my videos.
He comes to the shows.
He does like that. I think if the shows didn't have beer, he wouldn't come.
Yeah. Great. So
I think
half the audience won't come.
Yeah, I think that's like, he just likes to have a beer on a Friday night and be around other people.
And he gets to watch you. I'm sure does something for, like, he's like, my husband's funny.
Yeah, I think so.
I bet you he watches the videos. Some
of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes the ones I'll think are really great, I'll be like, oh, you got to see this. And it'll be like, no reaction.
Oh, you watch him watch?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Leave the room?
Yes.
That's
and
brutal.
like listen to the wall?
Yeah, I can't watch people watch.
I'll see him watch something I'll post on Instagram, and the way he flips past it is heartbreaking.
Oh my God. And that's supposed to be the one.
Maybe he'll like it. But he'll like double tap and just keep going.
Sure. Yeah.
He's got shit to do.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Emily's parents were in town the other day, and Emily showed them a short film she was in, and then she was like, "Show them the one you're in, right?" And hers is like funny and like funny to everyone,
right?
And mine is very like dry. The one I'm in is very dry. And she watched it. It was just fucking silence the whole time. It ended. The first thing her mom goes is like, "That girl was pretty good."
Wow.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And then they ask questions like, "So, how much did that cost?
Yeah. 100%.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Sure.
You look like you were having fun."
My parents don't watch shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Good for them.
Your mom started to listen to the podcast.
But my parents did like ask me for advice on like what they should watch, like binging, Netflix type stuff. And my dad was like, "So we binged Heart of Dixie, which is that show with like Rachel Bilson. Nothing happens. She's a Northeast
I don't even know
doctor.
what this show is.
She's a doctor, Rachel Bilson from the OC.
Okay.
She goes to the South and becomes a doctor there, and it's just like small town, quirky stuff. No drama, nothing.
Northern Exposure in the South.
Yes. They're like, they watched that, and they were like, that was too boring. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
What is that on?
The CW or
Oh, yeah.
one of those. They were like, that was too slow. We watched 7 seasons of it. I was
Oh
like,
my 7 seasons?
it was just because it was on Netflix and they just kept going. Watched one every night because they're like retirees.
Yeah.
And then what did they say was too intense?
The one about the country singer.
Which one?
What's the one about the country singer? She gets in the car accidents. The woman.
Nashville?
Yeah, Nashville. Did they watch that?
They would. That's actually a great example.
Yeah.
That's good. I'll suggest that to them.
Yeah, that's right up their alley.
Yeah.
I don't mean to put them in a box
No, it's
because
good.
they live in the South, but
I basically figured out that The Good Wife was the one they should
Oof.
watch.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's
it's
universal. That
a
one's
little bit
great.
more heat to it. Like I think my dad wanted Sopranos. He wanted 24. My mom wanted Heart of Dixie.
Yeah.
cool. Sopranos is awesome.
Yeah, but it's like you're 5 seasons in and you're like, there was a season where 2 main characters are named Tony. Like,
So do you know how many people are named Anthony in my family?
I know it's realistic, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying
realistic.
it's
Yeah, what do
not
you say?
help. I love The Sopranos, my favorite TV show of all time. It is sometimes intentionally confusing.
Sebastian's mom and dad are both named Tony.
Yeah. Mama Tony, Papa Tony. You know, in my family, we don't even call people by their names. We just call them cuz.
Wow.
We don't even, I have cousins, I never even heard their name out loud.
And it's like, that's Paulie.
Yeah, and it's just, hey, cuz, what's up, cuz?
And you don't know their name?
Yeah, there's half the family. I don't know their fucking names.
But you know what they look like.
Oh, of course. I know that's my cuz. That's my cuz. That's my cuz.
Maybe that's what dogs are like, where they're just like, they know there's another dog, but they don't know the other dog's name.
You know what it's like to
It's a
introduce
great comparison.
someone to
Italian Americans are like dogs.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks for having me. Minute 8,
my
and I'm already
God.
like a wasp asshole.
Hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, we are.
Yeah.
We're gross people.
There's a lot of Peters in my family. I think there's like 5. I'm from a Catholic family.
Yeah.
Peter gets thrown around a lot. There's a lot of Logans in my family. 'Cause
Logan?
there's like an Irish side, and so Logan
Yeah.
got passed around a bunch.
Interesting.
My mom's Irish Catholic. There's like 50 Daniels. Daniel, Danny 3.
Because there's
Danny
multiple
B.
Daniels in the Bible, right?
I think.
Is Daniel the lion?
Yeah, do you
there's-
not like the Bible because of that shit?
No, yeah,
Does
yeah.
that get you fucking bored? Are you like, I'm done with this book?
Too many Ruths. Which Ruth are we talking about?
I don't think there's multiple Daniels. I just think there's a book called Daniel. So it seems like it's a fucking big deal.
Was he a king? That's David. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, thank God.
Yeah.
If you were like, if you came in holding the Bible under your arm, I'd be like, Brian, maybe not today.
All right. He's got the Bible. Did you think of a time in your life you want to talk about?
I did. Well, I had like two that I was thinking about. Was one maybe something you'd want to talk about more?
Either. Whatever you're excited about.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm excited. Whatever you want to talk about, I'm excited about.
All right. I'll talk about a time where I was an intern for a magazine called Jezebel.
Uh-huh.
And I was like 20 years old.
Nice.
This is my first like real big boy job. Like I had applied to, had a resume for, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was in Atlanta, Georgia. And I didn't know. This was like before I knew I was going to be like a comedian and try acting and writing and do all that stuff. I was like, maybe I'll be an event planner. Who knows?
Oh my God.
And this like magazine, Jezebel is not the Jezebel you think.
Right.
It's the Jezebel
In Atlanta.
It's like a society magazine, kind of like Hamptons magazine is out here.
Hamptons magazine is so fucking funny.
It's ridiculous.
It's so fun. Honestly,
It's like the editor-in-chief and her friends and like
Yes.
mixed in with advertisements for like nice handbags.
I saw a fucking 4-page article about the best lawyer in the Hamptons to get you off for DUIs.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And he's like proudly, he's like,
Yeah.
that's me.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's honestly wild. So this was the Atlanta version of that.
exactly.
So it's bougie.
Bougie, but it's like bougie, but very attainable, you know? And they did like, 20th or 20 most eligible bachelors and bachelorettes of Atlanta.
Wait, were you still in college at the time?
I was still in college, so I was an intern. I was like part of the like events team. And so my job was to like wear sassy little magazine outfits, like
What does that mean?
like a tight dress shirt and like I had like spiky like 2000s hair.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And I was lifeguarding during like I kind of staggered. I'd lifeguard every other day and then do this internship.
So you were tan.
I looked insane. I looked like
Oh, are we going to get a picture? Spiky hair?
I will
tan?
send. Yeah, I will
Oh
send
my
you.
God.
That's awesome.
I had spiky hair too.
Yeah, it was like I would spike up the middle and then do like bangs down the front, so it was
What?
legit Kate Gosling hair.
This
It
is
was,
great.
and I think it's because I was like sort of out of the closet in college, but not in Georgia, and so I felt like I needed to like be a little saucy.
Sure.
I
You're
looked
combining the worlds.
Yes, I looked insane though. Like if I looked back at myself now, I was like, wow, I should have been kidnapped. I look like someone that was asking for it.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Brown and Rhode Island.
Okay.
Well, hello, mister. Yeah, I've been to the campus once. They told me to get the fuck out.
They're like,
They go-
security.
They go,
What-
"Hey,
what
all
were
our
you
toilets
doing
are fixed, mister. Get the hell out of here."
You would have loved Brown. It was good.
Yeah, I would have loved it.
It was great. Yeah, it was great.
I
And
would have loved it.
Yeah. And I would like at Brown, I would like go to the thrift stores and like buy all my clothes there, and I dress like a old man hipster. Like
Really?
But then when I'd go to Georgia, I was like back to being the like Atlanta house. It was like before Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it's
Sure.
that sort of look.
Southern Charm. You fuck with that shit?
Yes, that's
Can
exactly
you believe
right.
that I have that reference in my ass?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking
no,
about.
I
right?
don't. No.
It's
What is
like
that?
secretly the best show on Bravo.
Yeah. It's
Because they truly have nothing else to live for. Like my problem with a lot of the reality shows is that as soon as the show hits, they're already trying to sell their wine. Mm-hmm. But like in Charleston,
no.
there's no upward mobility. That's it. You're
Yeah.
like in the nicest city in the South.
Yeah.
You've got a pretty house.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. Why would you leave?
And they're
Charleston is-
old money.
Yes.
So they're like, why do I want to work more?
They have names like Bowman.
Yes.
like-
they live on plantations.
Yeah.
These people. It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So Jezebel would be all about that.
Wow.
They would love those kind of people. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
High society, Atlanta.
My boss's
old-
name was Angel. And she was like,
Had no idea if it was a boy or a girl.
she was like a tiny cheerleader sorority girl type.
Okay.
And
kind of
happened to
hair?
be-
What's her
and she-
hair like?
And she'd have to explain it every time. She's like, my mama just, I was her angel.
She would say that every time
She'd
she
have to
said her
say,
name.
I'm Angel, I was my mama's angel.
Oh.
She'd have to explain it because it was a weird name. She could have
Yeah.
totally just gone by Angela, but
Yeah. I
And
mean,
she was great. She
yeah.
was so cool. She was,
That's a reasonable explanation for your name being Angel.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think you have to say it. It's
It probably
implied.
had a darker story where it's like, I died for 7 minutes and I came back alive and the doctor said, there's your angel.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, being an angel. It's not like we had a perfect birth and that's an angel. We call her miracle because everything was right. It's never that shit.
No. Yeah, and she was great. And she like had all these like sorority fraternity types who like wanted to work in publishing vaguely. And I was like, this could be my life. I could be like I could write little reviews of restaurants in it.
What'd you go to school for?
I guess like media.
What do you mean, I guess?
It was like a lofty liberal arts degree. It was called Modern Culture and Media, but like we studied semiotics and post-structural theory and like
Nothing that you could actually use.
it was all like dense philosophy about art and literature, and it was super fun and really hard, and I was like barely getting by, you know, like
Sure.
in my classes there was always people, there were like tons of prep school people who had like already knew, you know, Derrida, and they were
Okay.
like, oh yeah, well, you know, to quote Foucault, and you know, they would just go into like,
Oh my god.
and I was just like scribbling notes and stuff.
Yeah.
I liked it though because it was all the kids who wore like, you know, turtlenecks and stuff.
And you want to be that.
Yeah, jean jackets to class.
What made you want to be that from
Because
the
it was
Georgia
like
life?
film. It was like the film world, you know. Like I was still the pop culture kid, like from Georgia. You know, I go to Blockbuster. And
Yeah.
It felt like the Northeast more than the South.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like I didn't know.
Brown is like so Northeast.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
such like, oh, it's always autumn in my mind. in Brown.
Yes. And like if you watch a TV show and they want someone to seem like really sophisticated but cool, they went to Brown.
Yeah.
Even if it's not true. Like there was plenty of basic people at Brown, including myself.
Yeah.
But like,
Don't downplay yourself. You're the guy in the
Including
TV show.
myself.
You're the guy in the TV
No.
show who's cool.
No.
If this was a TV show, you think it would be me or Sebastian?
I'm
I'll
basic.
take it. I'll take it.
We're
I was
basic.
watching that show on Netflix, You.
Is that good?
Penn Badgley's like a stalker boyfriend. It's great.
Who's Penn Badgley?
He's from Gossip Girl.
Nah, don't know it.
Yeah. Pass. But like the object of his affection like went to Brown, and all her friends are like, you know, these kind of Instagram influencers and write books and stuff. And there was definitely that crowd.
What about Manhattan College? You think that has a good rep?
Oh yeah. Where is that?
It's in Riverdale.
That's so sad. It's not even in.
It's so fucking
It's
sad.
not even in Manhattan.
Well, it was in Manhattan, but then they moved it.
They were evicted from
It got
there.
moved because
got
NYU's like, get the fuck out of here. No, they claim they wanted a campus life while still being in the city.
Riverdale.
So you went to Riverdale.
Yeah.
So you commuted from Staten Island to
No,
Riverdale?
I lived in apartments.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest mistakes. It was crazy. My parents let me do that.
Was it private?
Yeah, it was a private college.
Yeah.
But I got a scholarship.
That's nice.
Yeah. I went for engineering. They have a good engineering program.
Oh, that's right.
They have a really good
forgot
engineering
this was your
program.
past.
Yeah. You forgot. Yeah, everyone. My past is literally insanity.
You know, but that's why you have this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
This show wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like lifeguarding.
You are so good. Can I just say this? This is what Brian does on our team too, right?
I redirected back to myself.
No, you just redirected to what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We need that.
like I literally always am like, and Brian's like, oh, boop, 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 boop. Let's get back over here, little boy.
Oh yeah. So I was like lifeguarding, and it was a weird. Yeah, I drove like a what was it? Toyota Camry, like 1985. No power, no nothing. Just listen to the radio.
Yeah.
And I would like drive between like downtown Atlanta and this country club called Country Club of the South.
Ooh.
And I was like in charge of managing all the lifeguards there. And it was like a, you know, uppity country club where the only like black people were Atlanta Falcons or Atlanta Hawks.
Wow.
It was interesting.
Because it's weird in Atlanta.
The South is
Oh,
fucking
for sure,
weird, man.
And there was a water slide. Here's a perfect example of like what Atlanta's all about. There was a water slide at the pool, but the people who were part of this country club, actually, this is a country club that also Andre Risek's house got burned down in. Remember Lisa Left Eye Lopez?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rise.
I got
yeah.
Patrick's attention.
Oh, yeah. She burned down his house.
Got the hip hop connection.
She burned down his house.
Usher
I
lived
bel-
there. Usher lived there.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
But they
What
had a
about
water
Outkast?
slide for the
Did
kids.
you ever see Outkast, Big Boy, and Andre?
I never saw Outkast, never saw Big Boy. I don't think they ever moved out to the burbs.
Oh, they didn't?
Yeah.
Good for them.
But there was this water slide, and the people that were part of the country club hated that the lifeguards would tell their kids what to do in the water slide so much that they made it a rule where the lifeguards, the only time they go over to the water slide is if there is a like emergency.
Wow.
So they wanted the lifeguards to like physically be there for insurance purposes to look at the pool, but our backs were to the water slide, the most dangerous part
Oh my God.
of the thing. And kids would go down face first on each other's backs. Someone would be down in the pool and someone else would come down and like kick them.
Yeah.
You know, all the, like, it's literally the most basic thing where you just put someone at the top and say, like, wait, okay, now go.
How big was the water slide?
It was like a professional, you know, water park style water slide.
Yeah, it wasn't like
I would say it was like, I mean, not as cool as there's this one at Lake Lanier Islands in Georgia called the Intimidator. And you literally, which is such a bad name for a water slide, Intimidator. Your body would come off of the water slide. You would go straight down, and you would literally be off the slide, and then you'd hit the bottom like thunk.
Yeah.
It was wow.
We had
it wasn't
one
like that.
Like that. Wisconsin Dells has one like that.
Oh, nice.
It's fucking amazing.
Did you grow up in Wisconsin or New York?
Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So wait. So these kids' parents, the kids were like, "Hey, the lifeguards are telling us stuff."
Yeah. They're bossing us around.
And then the parents were like, "No, that's not going to happen." So they're good parents.
Yeah, like we would take Adult Swim or whatever, and then all the kids would just go to the water slide. And we're like, well, that's not our jurisdiction. That's where the kids are allowed to just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. They turned out fantastic. Those kids.
Yeah.
You
know, country club stuff.
Yeah, that's insanity. So you were living like this bougie life down there.
Yeah, but I was also like the person making cocktails at the party for the bougie people.
But did you want to be one of them?
I just didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know that, like, I didn't know.
But you thought that...
I didn't know I would, like, move to New York. Like, I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
I looked like, you know, a danger twink. Like the kind of, you know, twink that'll, like, ruin your life. Like, I looked like trouble.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And that's cool, right?
It is cool. Trouble is cool sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'd catch, like, an older guy checking me out.
Wow.
And I'd be like, I'd give him a look that was like,
I'll ruin you.
Wow. Yeah, I could ruin your family and get some money from you.
I will blackmail you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That all faded. Now I'm just a pile of mashed potatoes.
Oh, please. You're talking I'm instant mashed potatoes, bro. I fucking step in the sun for a second, I'm cooked. I don't even taste good.
I bet you could get tan if you did a little bit every day. This is coming back. I'm so superficial. I'm like, Sebastian, I can get you tan. Give me 3 months, I'll get you tan.
You know who can't get tan, Pat?
I can't, but you're a different thing.
I'm a whole different thing altogether. I got fucking Daniels in my family like crazy. We're Irish. We can't get tan.
That's all right.
I got a spray tan in the picture you like.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I was wondering why I liked it so much. I used to go tanning.
Did you?
This time in my life, like in between, like I would.
But you were already lifeguarding.
No, but you want to be tan the first day. So you do tanning leading up to it.
You want a base coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah.
I never did it, but I knew about it.
Yeah, it's like everyone that works at the mall does that.
Yeah.
And that's why they all look like a little sweaty.
Can I tell you what? I'm still attracted to like women that like do
Spray
that.
tans.
Yeah, like
The trashy look.
Yeah, trashy look is still definitely into. Isn't that insanity?
I think I am too. Yeah, like the bleach blonde, like the Bieber, like when Bieber just goes full like skater punk.
Yeah,
I'm like, I hate that I like this.
Sure. And I like when a girl's roots are showing. Like she dyes her hair bleach,
She
but
slept in her makeup.
100 heroin chic. Hollywood heroin. Cut this.
It's an aesthetic though, and it's also so 90s. So like,
Yes.
which is like when we first sort of discovered our sexuality.
Yeah.
What is the thing right now that's sort of that? I guess it would be
It's 90s again.
But like, I bet if a 13-year-old boy is discovering his sexuality right now,
It's Instagram models. Everything is fucking different.
It'll be all butts and lips and
Butts,
Yes.
and
those shorts,
face-tuned.
the underbutt shorts.
Yes,
Those underbutt shorts, they weren't around when I was a kid. Boy, those would have.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, no. I can't.
Instagram is wild for children.
just porn.
Yeah, it 100% is porn. It's too much for me.
Yeah, I can't do it. I mean, I do it, but I can't do it.
I feel bad for people who follow a lot of Instagram models. I'm like, you're doing it wrong.
I know. I have a buddy that does that, and I'll just see him, and he'll be scrolling. And,
That's not right.
I go, what are you doing? He goes, this girl's so hot. I go, stop looking at that
You'll
shit.
never meet her.
No.
Or you ran into her once. Let's say best case scenario is you do know the person in real life. It's like, you don't have a chance.
Also,
They don't look like that.
Also, they don't look like that. That's a great point.
they don't look like that.
That's a fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but like, I'm attracted to energy. As hippy dippy
that's
as
right.
that sounds,
People are, I think, in general, attracted.
it
to
has
that.
nothing. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with how a person looks. It has to do with the vibe that they give off.
Of course, that's why like our generation, guys who have no problem with erectile dysfunction, casually use Viagra all the time because I think they've separated this like they're like the fantasy world and the reality, and they haven't merged the two. So they need like a drug. That's my theory.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I can only assume that like all the ads you see for like Hims on the subway. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, how many young men need Viagra?
You know what Hims is doing? It's literally selling you. It's like selling shit to put in your hair so you don't lose your hair, and then you take a pill to not lose your hair, and the pill causes ED, and then they sell ED pills so then you can get hard again.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, they cornered the market.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
it's actually brilliant.
And you like scroll past one of them and you linger for like a second. You're like, what is this limp cactus? And then suddenly you get ads for it like for the rest of your life, and you're like, I don't have this problem. Not to brag, but it's like, what? Stop. Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Patrick.
No. I was just going to say. So when you were working at this magazine,
Jezebel.
No,
Not the Jezebel, you know.
Not the Jezebel. Yeah, that's the quote. That's the episode title.
Yeah,
we don't title episodes, but that's the title.
The other Jezebel.
Oh yeah.
And you had Angel. It was your boss. What stands out to you as a memory that's like, this is another fucking world that I was in?
Yeah. We would have these like events every week that would be like sponsored, by like 5 different, like an alcohol company and a suitcase company. Basically, they were just events to sell people products.
Yeah.
Like a fancy Tupperware party, but we would have like an event and and so we had this one that was at a country. It was like a charity golf tournament. Sure. I have no idea if the charity was real.
Yeah,
right. It's just a way to get people there, and then they they spend a bunch of money. And
it was Charity, the assistant to the boss.
Angel Charity.
Charity. My mom adopted me, so I was just Charity.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous. It's like we were in charge of the gift bags, and the gift bags had a bunch of free stuff in it. Like, who knows where any of this money goes or comes from or goes to? Yeah. And it's just like, and even the golf course is probably giving the hotel rooms away for free.
Right.
Like, it's funny when you hear about, and I don't want to bring up the Trump family, but like when you hear about like Eric Trump's foundation, you're like, oh yeah, none of that was real.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, and he was the best. He's the best one. He's probably like the most normal, nicest guy of the bunch, and he still like runs a charity that sounds like a complete
fraud.
Like money laundering.
To have events.
But a lot of them are like that. A lot of these charities are like that. So this was sort of like a vehicle for that.
Wow. Yeah. And you would just work the event and give out.
Yeah, I would like often be in charge of like, they'd put me, 20-year-old, at the bar, like making martinis. And I remember this old peach queen came up.
What does that mean?
A peach queen's like an old southern, like, who's the guy from Will and Grace, that actor?
Oh, Jack.
No. The older actor who's Karen's friend.
No, this is the demographic you're gonna ask. Oh yeah, when I was 9, I couldn't get enough. My mom would go to bed. I go, one more episode of Will and Grace, Mom.
Will and Grace. Oh, I want that sarcastic humor.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's so relatable to me.
But I remember I was like bartending. I had some like ridiculous, like I looked like an Express men store, like threw up all over me, like a silver, tight dress shirt with like.
You wear shiny shirts.
Shiny shirts.
I love shiny shirts.
Black dress pants and like some sort of like cheesy outfit, and I'm like mixing martinis. I'd never made martinis before. I would just like put vodka and like
blue.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm mixing this up, and this one guy comes up and he's like, can I get one of those martinis? And I was like, sure, how do you like it? And, I've got just juice everywhere.
And you call this man a peach queen.
A peach queen.
And do you have to be from Georgia to be a peach queen?
I think so. I think any place where you're just like a peach. And he's like, how do you take it? And this is the first time anyone made this. He's like, I want it extra dirty. And I remember being like, gotcha. And so I like made him a martini and like maybe spilled a little bit too much because I was so nervous.
Sure. Well, so I don't mean to sound, but do you think you were just eye candy?
Yeah, I do. I think I was like I was essentially a promotional model, and it was like a life that I would like cringe at now.
Yeah,
but like when you're 20 and it's like something that you can sell, like gets you in the door. I mean, I had it's like, what would my resume say? It's like babysitter, drama club from high school.
Sure,
like you have nothing to show for it, so it's just like
you had a body.
I think so, yeah.
I did not say you're a very handsome man, but I did not think your episode was going to be about you.
When I used to be a fuckboy? But I don't think I was fully aware of it either.
Wow. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Like looking back on it, you're like,
it was
oh.
wasted on me. Yeah.
It was, you never took advantage.
No, it was like,
You didn't ruin anybody's life.
No. I just was like smiling and
Sure. And that's probably what they liked the most.
Yeah.
Which is the most fucked up part of it.
I don't think I changed that much, but everyone says that, right?
Yeah.
What do you
Like
mean?
over the years. I think I've been sort of the same. Like
No, most people don't say that come on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people. I think that's a first. People say I don't change that much in terms of just like I guess maybe personality. That
I don't think. Yeah, I think my personality is the
I guess
same.
that's what I mean. Like I was the same guy. I just was like in a alien planet.
Yeah.
Or I felt that way.
Yeah,
And I could have easily just like moved back to Atlanta, became a local news anchor,
Wow. Yeah.
and just been like, hey.
So, what would you do for fun as you're working there?
I had like friends from high school that I kept in touch with, and we would like go to Waffle House or watch movies. But every once in a while,
Does Waffle House sell liquor?
no
Okay.
steak. There was like Steak and Shake late night.
Why is that a question? Does Waffle House sell liquor? It's such a funny question because it's like
You can, if you eat enough hash browns, you can get drunk.
it's
Have you
like
been to Waffle
Actually,
House?
you could get high. Oh, hash.
he's never been to Waffle
Take
House.
me to church. I need to
This
stop.
podcast is sponsored by Hosier.
He's never
Wait,
been.
have you been to Waho?
No, I never been. I've been to Shoney's.
Yeah, Shoney's is different.
That's a southern place.
Waffle House always feels like it's the middle of the night. Shoney's is a breakfast place that you can go to at night, you know, but like Shoney's has a buffet. There's
Yeah,
like
that's why I went.
Waffle House
Big
has,
buffet boy, if you believe it or not.
I love the Shoney's buffet.
I had fucking 2 to 3 birthday parties at a buffet. As a
and they
chubby,
do fried chicken for breakfast at Shoney's.
do they?
Yeah, which is very good to know.
That is good to know. You know, sometimes, yeah,
That's what I want. Chicken fingers 3 meals a day.
sure.
I'm going to have a
Chicken's
heart
awesome.
attack in a year.
No, what were you saying? You were saying
Waffle
something.
House.
Oh no,
Shoney's.
I was fucking with you because he knowing nothing about Waffle House. You know, there's waffles there. You want them to have booze too?
Right. Like, does IHOP have alcohol?
No, is it? No.
No, there's
IHOP's so fucking expensive. I get so pissed off at how expensive.
Yeah.
I just want a diner.
Yeah. There should be, I think every diner should have something on the menu that's $2 or $3.
Yes.
A plate of French fries, a soup, like something, a grilled cheese.
Even 2 eggs.
Yeah.
2 eggs, $3.
It should be something that everyone can afford.
I feel
Yeah.
like in New York, you get the 2 eggs, $3, almost universally. You can go,
No, not at not like the.
There's diners around here.
Yeah, not at the Zeus Diner.
Yeah.
What's the Orient? What's the diner? Please help me before I am more racist towards Greeks.
Odessa?
Yeah, please,
Odessa?
please, someone save me! I'm drowning. You're a left guard, help me, Brian.
The Oriental Diner?
Oh my god, please.
Diner.
No,
There was a diner. I used to live in Murray Hill. There was a diner called Cosmos Diner, you know, classic Greek
Sure.
diner. It got a C rating, was closed down. Day one, it opened back up. Guess who was there?
Oh my, yeah.
Because I was like, well, best case scenario, it's the cleanest it'll ever be is
Yeah.
after a shutdown.
Of course.
Right? Yeah, that's what they say. You go right after the shutdown, right after it opens.
It's, I mean, like, yeah, but it's like the things I'm ordering are things you can't get. I wasn't getting the fish.
No, you're not getting the
Yeah.
seafood salad.
There's a lot of things at diners. It's like the 40-page menu. It's like, who the fuck is getting
Take
this?
that off the menu. You don't have lasagna.
And if
you
you
don't
know.
have fresh lasagna?
No.
If you do have like fish, it's like, how long has that fish been sitting in the freezer? Right? It's like been ordered. It's
I
been in the
ordered a
freezer.
fish sandwich from Dairy Queen once, which Dairy Queen
That's
has
good,
a fish
though,
sandwich.
I bet.
Took them 15 minutes to find it.
Wow.
They came back to front. They're like, "We found the
We
sandwich
found
in the freezer. We will start now."
Oh my.
I was like, I was wondering where the food was. I didn't have to order the fish sandwich. Like, no, we found it. We
found
want to
it.
fry
It's
this.
the same thing with like a grilled chicken sandwich from Wendy's.
Oh, right.
They always have to apologize. They go, "I'm sorry, it's taking long. We're cooking it fresh."
We're peeling the fried breading off of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's wild.
So yeah, what we do for fun. There was like cheesy mall type things. Like there's a bumper car place we'd go. It was like all felt very like high school American. Every once in a while we would, you know, I had a fake ID, I had my brother's ID. We would like go downtown and like go to clubs.
Cool.
And I took my like theater friend who's straight, like to a gay bar.
Cool. And did he know you were gay?
Yeah.
Your friends knew, just not the...
Some of them did, and some of them didn't, and like my family didn't know. Yeah, and we like went to like a gay bar, like, you know, I forget what it was called, but there was a Mexican guy that hit on me, and I say Mexican because he was from Mexico. He was visiting.
Okay.
Right.
And the town he was visiting from, I remember this. I don't remember the name in Spanish, but it meant like tiny pond, like not just a pond, but a tiny pond, like a puddle. His town was like puddle Mexico, and we made out in the corner. There was like 5 people at this bar.
Wow.
And like I had to like harass the bouncer to let us in because my fake ID was like, it said I was 26. There was like no way I was that old.
Yeah.
I like looked like a Book of Mormon cast member, fell off a truck.
Oh my God.
But we got in and we're like both with our fake IDs and we're sitting there drinking like Cosmopolitans or some garbage.
No.
And you know, I'm like flirting with this guy who, you know, at the time I thought was so old. He was probably 25. And we're making out and he did this thing. And this was sort of like an eye-opening experience that like maybe you guys can relate to. I hadn't made out with a lot of people, and he like sucked my tongue.
Yeah.
It's not like a lip bite. It's like a full on like it was filleting my tongue. You know about this move?
I've had the tongue suck before.
I've never had it.
It was his primary move.
Oh no!
A bad kisser.
No, that's
right?
bad. Yeah, that's bad.
It's like
I kind of want one now.
Yeah,
I want a fucking tongue suck.
All right, go to commercial. Go to commercial. It was so alarming because
This commercial is brought to you by Listerine. Get rid of the coffee breath that you drink during a podcast to get your tongue sucked.
Cuts back to just.
That's wild.
It was crazy, and I was like, I was pretty inexperienced. Like I had a few like experiences in college, but it was like I was like, is this what is normal?
Oh, yeah. No, you don't do the tongue suck the first time. Even the first time you kiss, you can't even do the tongue suck.
But even like back then, like I say back then, but like turn on a show in the 2000s, you're not going to see people making out. It's a lot of like closed mouth kissing, like you know what I mean. Like you could be bad at kissing and have no idea.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember my one of my first kisses, and like the girl put her tongue in my mouth. I was like, it's so soft.
Yeah, there's not a lot of pressure.
I was like, what's happening? What's this soft thing going on? I remember I was in math class. I just kept thinking. I go, "What is that? Really? What everyone's talking about?"
Yeah, right.
And like I go, "That's not what I want. This wasn't as good as I hoped it would be."
Would you just put it there and lay it there?
Yeah, it was like a dabbing. She was like licking an envelope. Yeah, she had the fattest tongue in all Staten Island. I couldn't even get my. It was actually she was all tongue. She was a toad. Yeah, by the way,
no lip. Yeah,
it was.
It sounds like she was bad.
Yeah, and for me, kissing's all lip. It's
right.
Rhythm,
the
lip,
tongue's
and a
there
little
to lubricate. You know, to keep everything moving a little bit, a little playfulness. But you don't.
It's a little tongue.
Yeah, the emoji for kissing is not a tongue.
No.
It's lips.
No, yes, exactly.
Yeah, there should be a tongue emoji though.
Who's spreading these rumors with the tongue though?
I think it's maybe what someone really, they want to let you know that they are really into you. So they try to like show that even though it's like skipping many steps.
Yeah, that's too much. The tongue.
Well, who was your first kiss?
Oh man, a girl named Shanti Sankar Singh.
What?
Yeah, she was
Ashanti?
No, just Shanti, not Ashanti, just Shanti. And she was a very pretty third grader. And
wait, this is your first open mouth kiss?
Your first makeout?
I thought,
I think
makeout.
a peck.
Yeah,
I think a peck doesn't count.
No, that doesn't count.
Because that's like kindergarten.
Yeah. I was making out with girls left and right in kindergarten.
Yeah, no, I mean like your first
Sixth
kiss
grade.
that mattered. The kiss that made your knees wobble, you know?
Man. Wow. I know it was middle school, 6th grade probably. There was a lot of everyone was dating in middle school.
And like for 2 weeks at a time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So weird.
Yeah. Like people would just date and break up and date and break up. And one time this girl broke up with me and for just no reason.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was
She got what she needed.
Yeah.
I used to. Did I talk about giving my chain to girls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He used to throw it. He used to throw his chain at a girl in the cafeteria.
And she would rock that shit. And that's
You
how
throw
you
it and it would like wrap around her neck.
Yeah, we catch them.
A little boomerang.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
You sound like a Marvel supervillain.
Wait, so how do you go from this to,
my life in New York?
Yeah.
I think I just like once I had made the decision, it's like I'm not going back to Georgia. And Georgia's changed a lot
Was this just a summer that you did this job, or?
Well, I had multiple summers like between college.
Cool, and you would just go back.
But there was one that I tried to be more than just like a lifeguard in the suburbs. Like I was okay with that. Honestly, the best job I've ever had. You know, like
But you were like, I'm going to be a professional.
Yeah.
And would you get extra money if you saved someone?
No.
That's a rumor, huh?
No, it's not.
How long have you thought that was true?
It's not a rumor.
Your whole life.
My whole life. I heard that if you save someone's life, you get a bonus. You get like a $500 bonus.
Sometimes they would give you an extra day. Yeah.
If you save someone's life,
they would like give you OT for that day.
Yeah,
or something.
they'd be
But
like,
that would be randomly the discretion like of the owner of the company.
I always heard that you didn't get paid much, but if you save someone from drowning, you would get like $500.
Who'd you hear from? What do you mean a rumor?
My friends in Staten Island when I was a kid.
I read it on Reddit.
Yeah, 4chan. I was fucking rolling through. It was 4 a.m. I'm fucking bug-eyed.
The reason they can't do that is because you would then
whole people would die.
You would let people get to that point, right?
Yes.
If you create an incentive for it, and like, so I was a very good lifeguard. I would just watch the kids, pull them out of the water before anything happened.
Yeah.
Like your classic is like a toddler that the mom like turns her back on by the stairs, just like floats in and just starts drowning, head underwater.
That's the classic.
That's the class. I'm telling you, as a pool lifeguard, not ocean lifeguard.
What's the mom
You just
doing?
literally-
She turns her head.
She's a Georgia peach.
Patrick, it's not easy, okay?
Sure.
I'm not saying it's easy to be a parent, but you got a toddler in a pool and you're just going to, what do you,
What they do is they have another kid maybe and they're like, here, let me give you your cheese stick. And the other kid's sitting and just like, sit right there, don't move. And the kid's like, well, I'm just going to scoot.
That's why the moms always are wishing for eyes in the back of their heads.
Mm-hmm. Or leashes.
Is that a rumor that moms want eyes in the back of their heads?
You just like pull them out of the water and then you'd often hand it to the mom and they'd be like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, they have trouble sleeping that night.
Yeah, but they also don't want to like thank you. They don't want to bring attention to the fact that their kid almost died. It's sad. Yeah, it's sad.
It is. Oh my God, I can't. There was.
Are you going to talk about a kid?
There was in my house in Staten Island.
You had a pool in the backyard?
There was our neighbors had a pool and the kid drowned in the pool.
It's so sad.
It's literally literally we could hear the parents like screaming. It was literally one of the.
How old were you?
I was an adult at this time, but it like pains me to think about.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And there's all these laws now.
I don't even know the
fence,
kid.
You have to have a gate.
Of course, you have to,
lock.
which is great. And it was at a family party, and we just knew there was a party going on, and all of a sudden we just hear these
people having drinks. Someone
they didn't know the kid was in the pool, and then all of a sudden everyone starts screaming. And
how old?
I don't even know we don't know the family.
Yeah.
It's just
Just neighbors.
Yeah, it was not even neighbors on
they
the
were
same
the
block.
friends.
It was like behind.
Yeah.
It was behind us, so they're like 2 blocks away. So it wasn't like we were talking. My parents were talking neighbors.
I've heard like people put those like a bird cage, giant bird cage over their pool, like in Florida, because the houses are so stacked on top of each other and everyone has a pool.
Yeah.
You just don't want like some neighbor crawling over your fence and having this happen.
Yeah.
Or a gator getting in there.
Yeah, gator is probably not the number one.
Is that how you gonna cut the tension? A gator reference?
No, they have the gators
Really?
in Florida do.
The gators get in the swimming pool?
No, they go back and they eat a fucking kid or your dog or some shit like that.
No.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's freaky.
Yeah, if you live near the Everglades,
fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly like dogs,
Yeah.
But, if you're handing a couple kids cheese sticks,
Turn your back. Yeah, it's
I'm sorry I brought that. It's
No,
just like
it's brutal.
It's literally it gives me pain. There's so few. It's so crazy to not know someone but feel so much pain to think about what they went through.
oh yeah. There's nothing sadder.
There's nothing sadder than that.
yeah, it's. I think that's why the internet's brutal because it's like you could inundate yourself with that constantly. if
Yes.
you wanted to.
You could watch those stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, and I think local news is just that. Like it's a lot of that.
A lot of house fires, kids dying in house fires.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't. I will turn on the TV sometimes, and it'll be the local news, and I don't watch the local news, but I'll be like, how the fuck could you watch this? It's all really dark, horrible shit. And it's
Brian
like,
was almost a fucking local news guy.
That's right.
know.
In Atlanta,
I know.
that would have been your gig.
I would have been good at it.
You would have.
Do you
could
ever
read.
think I'm going to go back there? I'm going to
Yeah.
I'm going to own that.
Yeah. Start smoking.
I mean, you work
Get
at the Post.
I know. And that's so strange because it's like the most like that part of my life but like, you know, a decade later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I would. Because there was like multiple, you know, you have those moments where you're like, wow, if I start taking this kind of work, now I'm a blank.
Yeah.
And like for you, engineering is, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I had an internship. I was like, I probably could have worked at the company I was working at.
What
Yeah.
was it? What company?
Wellspec Electrical Engineering. It's like a contracting company.
Instead.
My dad was an electrical contractor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, they do stuff all over the city. It's like a huge company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Probably could have been.
And you're like, you see like the two paths in front of you.
Yeah, but I would have been dead if I did that.
Because the money, you join the union, you get money.
No, it's not even union. I just would have had money and I would have done drugs and I would have been so sad. I would have had no outlet. I would have fucking died.
Right. You would have gone too hard.
Yes. Yeah, because there was no happiness in that.
I mean, performing is an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
And if I go on vacation, like as relaxing as it is to be at the beach for a week,
Sure.
and like I'm very, you know, fortunate to have that in my life, I'm like feeling different as a person, physiologically different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like without being around other creative people and
Sure.
performing.
No matter how fucked I feel or how sad, I like need to do shows.
Yeah. Because you need to know that you can turn it around.
Yes.
I think it's like, for me, I don't know if you feel that same way.
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes I'll convince myself that, like, I'm like, you know, I'm not going to feel any better. And then I'll always feel better if I go do a show.
Yeah.
Always. And also, I think it gets
Even if you don't, in the moment you forget for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're present, and you're in fantasy, basically.
Or with improv, which we all do improv, like you can at least like put your energy into making someone else look good or their idea work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is outside of you and it like gets you outside of yourself. And
I think, Brian, you're one of the best players that you do that so well. You make your
that's
scene
nice.
partner look good. You make your team look good. I feel like you're just like a support player. Like
Whoa.
you're a huge asset to any team.
oh my gosh, I didn't come for the compliments, but you know, I'll take them.
No, it's true.
That is true, Brian.
But I think that's nice of you to say. But I think it comes from like when I'm probably during those moments feeling not super funny,
sure.
and like knowing that like, you know what, you can pause you being funny for this scene,
Yeah.
or for, you know, there's some shows where I'm like, wow, I don't think I played a single like character that was just a selfish to me funny, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
but that's okay because like I wasn't feeling great before going into the show, and this
Sure.
was like as far as I could get for this show.
You know what's
That's
crazy? is I
interesting. We never talk about this shit.
Yeah, we don't.
And we do it all the time. I stay kind of closed off with my improv ideas.
Well, you don't like talking about it after a show, and I agree with you. Like, and
No.
and you're not the only one. Like,
Most people don't.
Yeah, Amy Poehler like thought postmortems, like giving notes after a show, was bad.
I think about it.
The only reason
course
it's
you do.
good is I think it like puts a nail in the coffin.
I like
Because
it-
you go to the bar afterwards or wherever, and people will like start to give each other notes accidentally.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
And it's like
Yes.
if you have a coach kind of tell you
That's
how the
different.
show went, then it's like great. We had a B+ show.
right.
Yeah.
This scene wasn't good. This scene was the best scene. We figured it out.
If it's a good show, though, you talk about it, right? You're like, oh man,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
but
I
that's
don't
like
even do that, to
So
be
that's
honest
like
with you.
highlights reel, you know?
Yeah. I love
But
that.
when do you ever even see me talk
We
about
don't do it.
I don't talk about anything about the show afterwards.
Do you want to?
No.
Yeah.
Because that's I mean, if someone was if an outside perspective wanted to tell me what happened, beautiful. I would love that. But I can't tell you. I experienced it. I'm so skewed. Like,
And stand-ups,
how am I going to see
stand-ups do it too. After
I know.
shows, they quote each other's bits back to each other. It's very strange.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
like-
rather just talk about anything else.
Sure. The idea, like, so the Machiavelli talks about it in The Prince. He's like, you can't see the people. You have to be on top of the mountain to see the people. How am I going to fucking understand what the mountain is when I'm fucking on the mountain, right?
Yeah, you are the mountain.
See, that was my Brown reference for you.
Loved it. Machiavelli. That was impressive.
Thanks. What can I say? Manhattan College, Riverdale. Where we at? Wow, take me to church. You know what? Every show I play selfish characters.
Well, no, you don't.
No, I do. I definitely. I get mine every show.
But I want to too.
Yes, you want to too.
You know, and just some shows you do it like every scene. Some shows you
I
like-
know. That's the bad shows.
Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes.
Audience
sometimes.
doesn't care though.
No, they don't care at all.
The improv nerds care.
I
Yes.
think if you have it that night, you just do it. I the first time, like in a long time, I think I've never realized this until recently. It's like, oh yeah, it's not my night tonight. Like I'm gonna support people, but this is not like I'm not feeling it, and I'm just gonna be a supportive player. Like, and
you
that,
made me break so much break, but like when I used to coach you, like
Smalls was great.
I was not the coach for you guys because I loved all of your senses of humor so much, and I would not be critical at all. But I remember like being red in the face, like tears coming down my eyes, like in a rehearsal room with like as big as the studio, you know, and just like dying.
Those rehearsals were so fun. It was
I
just
felt-
it was
yeah.
8 completely crazy people.
Just I was such an asshole.
Yeah, we
Like
weren't.
Jackie Jennings.
Oh my God, it
George
was-
Caraman. They'd always play. Every scene they could be a doctor and nurse, the straight men in the scene, and they would somehow find a way to play in a relationship, in a bad relationship. They'd be like, Janet, honestly, I don't want to get into this. She'd be like, you are a petty, small-minded man. And it'd be like, and it had nothing to do with the scene, and they would just always do that. They like it was like the long narrative of all the scenes of this improv
my
team.
God.
They were always in a relationship, and it was nasty.
That was
Sure.
the best.
People fall into because you know what? That's probably the natural energy between the two of them.
Oh yeah, because they're attracted to each other,
Sure, but they
and they would look great together.
yeah, they're
Jackie
both
and
too
George.
attractive.
I could see them in a movie playing opposite each other.
I remember. Oh, there was a. I'm not even going to talk about. There was a show that was.
get into the
That
dirt.
was very present in a show, but that team was so good for me because I was so worried on Herald Night for such a long
Right.
time, and that team was like, you can't. There's no way you can possibly give a fuck about justifying anything. It's just like this team is going to attack this show.
Yeah, if you're
period.
going to be left in the dust if
Yeah.
you're like checking the to-do list.
Sure. Yeah.
That was super fun. That was
Yeah.
those were some of the funniest rehearsals.
funny.
Yeah.
One time, can I tell this one character that Patrick
Yeah,
played?
please. This
His girlfriend or wife is like, oh, I'm really excited. We have anniversary dinner reservations at this steakhouse. And he was like, oh, I forgot that was tonight. I already ate. And she was like, well, what'd you eat? And he's like, I'm full. I won't be able to go. And so, well, yeah, what'd you have? And he was like, well, like Ritz crackers with like peanut butter and jelly on them. She's like, what? And I was like, and he's like, you're full from that? I was like, I ate a lot of them. Like, peanut butter and jelly crackers. And he's like, I ate enough for dinner. I forgot we're going to steakhouse. And it just, kept doubling down. It was so funny. So funny. Such a Patrick moment.
sure. You never coached me.
No.
No, I bet you. I'm sure you're an awesome coach.
Yeah. I liked it okay.
I think you told me once that I do food stuff a lot,
Yeah.
which I hadn't realized.
I mean, did it get in your head and now you never do food
No,
stuff?
absolutely not.
That's fun.
Wait, so I know that I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
we shouldn't. This isn't an improv podcast.
No, but I
No,
love it. I
but
mean, it's
then
But
fun.
it is what we do.
Dude, yeah, who cares? I don't give a fuck. We talk about whatever we want.
Yeah.
The whole point of this is so I'm out of my house and I talk to
Here's a
people.
specific that I thought was funny. When I was in Georgia, living with my parents, had like 1 foot in Rhode Island, 1 foot in Georgia. There was a guy I was dating who would call my house late at night because he lived in California.
Okay.
He was back. We were college boyfriends. His name was Brian. So we were known
Whoa.
on campus as Brian Squared.
Oh my God. Is it weird to say someone's name romantically and it's your own?
Yeah, but I also don't say my name that much.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I say my name a lot.
Yeah, you do. But you have like a really cool name.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah. Where like Brian is a punchline. Brian
Yes.
is the talking dog on Family Guy.
Sure.
Brian's like, it's like if The Onion does an article, they'll be like, another Brian, like, mowed down by a dumpster, local news report. Like, it'd just be something horrible, it's like, and it's just like a guy like me just like, man, I'm dead now. I don't write Onion articles.
Mowed down by a dumpster.
That's actually too political. too much of a hard stance, that article.
Sorry, I'll pull back. But I would basically be IMing him and be like, all right, call in 3 minutes. And then I would dial on my phone, because it's like pre-cell phone.
Oh my God.
I would call movie phone so that I would be on the line, and then he would click over with call waiting.
Wow.
So that's how I got him to call without like waking up my family. And I would
Sure.
like talk to him in my basement. It's like, I miss you so much.
Oh yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
And it's landline. Are we talking about?
Landline.
Yeah, that was so. You remember talking to girls on a landline?
Yeah, I didn't. I got rid of my cell phone senior year of high school because I didn't want. I had a mother, and she would blow up my phone, and I would go out and stay out late.
Oh my God, that's so smart. You got rid of the cell phone to be less attached.
Yeah, and then I had a girlfriend, and they would both. Those were the only two people that would call my cell phone, and I was like an asshole. So like I didn't want to. I wanted to go party and not hang out with my girlfriend or to have to talk to my mom.
I love the way you say mother.
Mother, ma.
I had a mother.
I had a mother. Yeah. Now I have a mommy. So I got rid of. So I would use my landline, and I would stay at my grandparents a lot. Mm-hmm. So I would always call. So my grandma would always get calls on her, be like, "Is Sebastian there?" So all these kids just had my grandmother's phone number, and then someone found out and called my grandma's house, and they called her and they said, "Sebastian's smoking crack."
To your grandma.
To my fucking grandma.
To prank her.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how much scumbags people are. Like, they knew it was my grandma, and they called my grandma and said, "I'm smoking crack."
Yeah.
And I had to sit down to my grandma and explain that her fat-ass grandson from Staten Island isn't smoking crack.
And it's like, would your grandma even know what crack is? Like,
Yeah, I think she knew what crack was.
How did she broach that? How did she sit you down for that one?
I walked in the door and she said, "Sit down. Are you hungry? I heard you're smoking crack."
sit down. Are you hungry first? I will make you a plate. But I got to get the information.
Sure. She goes, "Sit down. I'll make you a sandwich. Where's the crack?"
Wow.
No, but you know what that makes me think of in the basement, like, and what you were saying before about like getting, getting that kiss and it being too much tongue. But wasn't the adrenaline, like the adrenaline of that, like sneaking around and having those phone calls? Oh my God, that was like, there's nothing like that when you're a kid.
And I still like my magic trick, like with friends out at bars, is like introducing a group of people that someone's interested in to someone else. Like I am a wingman.
Yeah.
Really?
Because of this, like, I think it's a little bit of that adrenaline kick. It's
fun.
also that I don't get embarrassed. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's the worst that can happen? This person says, fuck off.
I get embarrassed. I'm a shy man.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? I'm pretty shy. I'm like, until
In
I get
those
comfortable.
situations.
Yes, in those. I'm a shy boy.
One-on-one, you're not that shy. I don't
No,
think.
a big setting. People, I need to test the waters first.
Yeah.
I need to like understand what people like.
I am exactly the same way. I like if it's like a huge group, I'm like I'm not social. But then it's like us three, I'm still not very good.
But I think I like the rush a little bit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever succeeded? Like, have you ever gotten two people together? You're like,
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sometimes turned into like a 5-year relationship that someone got married and then got divorced. And then I'm like, I should stop.
you wasted all that time.
But yeah, I'm good at doing the whole like chit chat and being like, you know what you two have in common? And then like throwing out a topic.
That's
I love
good.
It. Yeah, but I think it's like a little bit of a psycho thing to do.
I don't think so. I think that's a fun thing to like. I mean, I think it speaks like it's like.
What's the worst that can happen is someone's embarrassed and then the conversation dies and then it's over.
Yeah, nothing bad.
Then you
can
walk
happen.
away.
Can you imagine Sebastian being like, "Hey, you two, I think you guys would like."
Yeah, I can.
Hey, you both got feet. Hey, rumor has it you both like pizzas.
All right, match made in heaven.
I am the millionaire matchmaker.
Patty.
Yeah. Oh my god, I used to fucking love that show.
Oh yeah.
So, how close did you guys live to Atlanta? Like, were you
Like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
a 30-minute drive.
and so in the summers? This is your summer of your junior year.
Yeah.
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 And-
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So out of school, did you come to New York right away?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I moved. Like packed up my dorm or the apartment I had and like.
Nice off-campus life.
Yeah.
Got in the
William
Toyota.
Street.
Still,
Nice.
still the Toyota. You still have the Toyota?
No. I didn't have it in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drove to New York.
Drove to New York and like had a sublet my first summer here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, after that summer, you were just like, "This life isn't for me."
Yeah. I was
What
like,
was the tipping point?
I think it was just that I think the culture in Atlanta like didn't have like now I think it would be different because there's like now a bunch of movies and there's like more theater and stuff. But
Yeah.
like the thing to do is like go to a bar, go to a sports game,
Sure.
Right.
go to a baby shower. Like it's people like really like their I mean this is a lot of cities. Like
Yeah. You have to drive
the
everywhere.
event in
Yeah.
Philly is like Saturday or Sunday whenever football is on is to like go to your friend's house and like watch the game and like hang out and like that. I just knew that I needed to be in a place where that wasn't the only thing to do.
Right.
For me, because I was like,
Because you felt fake.
I don't know who's in the Super Bowl.
Sure. It's the Patriots and the Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah.
There you go.
No. No, it's the Rams.
Rams.
Excuse me.
The Rams, yeah.
The Patriots,
Wait, don't tell me where the
Patriots
Rams.
and the
Can I
Chiefs
guess where the Rams
just
are from?
played this weekend? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm guessing because they're Rams, maybe someone northern.
They actually just moved recently.
Yeah.
No. San Diego Rams?
Nope. Close.
Close though, yeah.
Sacramento?
Closer. Actually, I have no idea, but it's the same state.
No, not closer.
Not closer.
They're not the Los Angeles.
Yes!
The Rams are in LA?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Where were they before?
They were St. Louis.
St. Louis Rams, and then before that, weren't they another Rams?
I think they were LA before that.
Oh, okay.
This is out of my... I seem like a football guy, but I'm not.
Nobody in LA likes them though. They all like the Raiders, who are in Vegas now.
Oh, so they lost a team and
They lost the Raiders like
Oakland.
100 years ago.
Raiders were in Oakland.
Oh, but that's San Francisco. That's like
But they used to have the Raiders like back in like the early 90s or something like that, 80s. They had a
crazy to me that people are loyal to a team
insane.
when the people on the team aren't from there.
No,
to me,
I know.
sports would be better if everyone that was on the team grew up in that
Homegrown.
region.
Yeah.
I feel like people would be more violent. There would be more violence.
I mean,
Yes.
is
Well,
that
that's
how
soccer.
football- that is what football
I
is like?
think, right? Isn't that what soccer's like? This is where I'm from, so this is where I play.
Well, no, do they trade people? They have people
I'm
from all over the world.
so out of my knowledge.
No. I mean,
let's
I think-
talk about Machiavelli because I'm actually more comfortable in that fucking world.
let's talk about more brown stuff.
But yeah, I just like my point is like I just didn't like. Yeah, like even college sports, like everyone's like really cares on the about the UGA game, and it's like, I couldn't care less. When I watch sports, I'm like happy when someone does well.
Anyway,
I'm like, great catch, that was great.
Yes.
you pulled off that play. It's hard to do, and it's like
Sure.
I don't care what team it is.
Good for that guy.
Yeah, I'm like hooray.
you see the individuals, not the team.
Yeah, and obviously, like I can be competitive when I'm in a game. Like I like playing sports.
Sure,
Like,
that's what was my problem. I wasn't competitive in high school to when I played football. I used to point at people and yell "White Castle," and then they would just get confused.
yeah.
I would just make people confused.
What did you? That was that. That was the point.
No, I thought it was funny, and I would make the kids laugh next to me. I go White Castle. I go Big Burger, Big Burger.
And they're like, who is the guy on the team that is he like a charity thing?
I had to pick a number, and I was 76 because you have to pick certain numbers depending on like where you or what position you play. Like quarterbacks pick between this number and this number, linemen between this number and this number.
That's crazy.
So I picked 76 because my mom told me to pick it because she goes 76 like 76 trombones, the Music Man. So the worst reason to pick a fucking football number was because of fucking musical theater.
You knew you were in the. Did you watch that show Rise?
No, what is that?
Oh my gosh, you'll cry. This is
Please, I don't need no more crying in my
the
life.
producer of Friday Night Lights did a show about high school theater in like
Oh my God.
in like a Rust Belt town somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It is so cheesy and like people like Leslie Mizell, who we know, like
Are on it?
Are on it. Like
that's
Rosie,
so cool.
Rosie Perez was like a main character. Anyway, this whole show like so cheesy that Friday Night Lights pull on your heartstrings. Every episode I cried. Like wept.
Wow.
Because it's about that like
Small town theater. Yeah. Like that experience for. I remember for me, like having that experience was like it transports you to like another planet basically.
Yeah, you're like suddenly you're just like back there.
Yeah.
And you're just like your emotions are so raw.
What made you do the comedy stuff when you got to New York?
I think it was because I was good at it in college. Like I did improv in college. Yeah.
Cool. And they have a big team.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know Rick Andrews?
No.
He went there, and so did Hannah Chase.
Don't know him.
Yeah, whatever.
Might be different ages.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah. I mean, definitely, if they were on the team.
There was like one improv group when I was there, but then they eventually long form. I think like we did short form at first, and then like started to do long form halfway through.
Yeah.
And other teams started popping up. I think after we left.
Cool.
But like I auditioned for like an a cappella group. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Right.
And I think it's like I don't know. It's funny to think back at like I would never today audition for a singing group. I'm not a singer.
Sure. I was in an a cappella group.
Really?
Can you believe that bullshit?
Well,
Where, in Riverdale?
Badu, badu, boop, boop.
were you a bass?
No, I'm a tenor.
Really?
Yeah, the
you're
weed caught me. The weed's catching up, bro.
You in college, you were like, "What's up, guys?" Hi. That's crazy.
I was Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh my god.
Wait, in college you were in an a cappella group?
Yeah.
What was the
Did you
name
have
of the
solo?
group?
Yeah, I had a solo in high school. This is the fucking crazy part. In high school, the senior band concert. So I would MC the band shows, and see, this is why Brian's good at improv, because half the episode was him asking me questions about me, but I love it.
Well, I want to know.
And so I was in the band, and I would MC the shows. And I would play saxophone, but the band teacher, I always did the plays, and the band teacher's like, Sebastian, we know you're graduating, so we want you to sing a song. And
You never
the
got a
band-
solo, and you got a song at the end because you were graduating.
Well, they never did that. The bands, no one ever sang with the band, and he wanted to make this special thing for me.
That's nice.
You had a good voice.
Yeah, I was all right, and
you had a saxophone, and did you sing and play the sax?
no, I put the saxophone down. I introduced. I go. I was like, oh, this next number is it's got a very special, talented singer. Me. I was already like fucking around,
It's
like
a
trying to
good
be
intro.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I sang with the band. You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban.
Beautiful.
Can you believe that shit? My mom goes, I wish I had that tape. She still does, because she gave me $20.
Yeah.
Because they used to record it, and you could buy the videos for $20.
Yeah.
But I just spent the $20 on weed and coke.
Oh my god! And so
You could have it. Would have been the shittiest quality though, like VHS.
Yes. Yeah.
but she still talks about it. She still says, "I
She
wish I."
still talks about that. I don't have that video of me singing "You Raise Me Up" with the band.
You need to recreate it.
Yeah, that'd be a good
That
Mother's
would
Day
be the
present.
best gift you could ever
Bring
give
a
to your
fucking
mom.
Oh
band.
my god! Imagine she walks into like an auditorium, and there's a whole band behind me.
Oh man, that would.
You
be
know how
amazing.
Italian and Staten Island my band was? My director of my band
Was
played,
a bowl of spaghetti.
and we ate that motherfucker.
And he loved it.
He loved it every second.
Sorry,
he
I
goes-
shouldn't say spaghetti. I should say spaghetti.
Literally, he played the trumpet solo for the Godfather theme song.
Gorgeous. I mean, that is like, of course.
He was 800 pounds.
That's not even a solo. That's like the crux of the song.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was the song. He was the fattest
finality.
man you've
Yeah.
ever seen. He was so big. He sat on the chair, never moved. He died when he was there.
Yeah.
We went to his funeral. You've never seen more people at
Yeah.
a fucking funeral. Beloved because he did. Not even because people liked him, because he did the solo for the Godfather.
Oh, they wanted to see who else showed up.
Yeah,
Were there any famous people there?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did they play the song?
Of course they played the song. Of course they played the song. Of course he was a
The
famous
recording,
trumpet player.
or did they play have a trumpeter come out?
No, they played him playing it.
Wow.
That's not. I don't even. Yeah, it's not a solo.
I think
it's
about
like
this with
the
recording
lead
artists.
line. Yeah.
It's a little, fucked up, but like Beyonce is doing, her thing right now.
Oh, yeah. She's having a moment.
But I'm telling you, she'll make 10 more albums. They're going to play Halo at her funeral.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Once you have a song like that,
sure.
Yeah.
that is just drum machine, her voice, a great little melody. I don't even think she wrote Halo,
What do you think they played at the funeral?
Ryan Tedder wrote Halo, and it sounds just like a Kelly Clarkson song, and there was like a lawsuit about it.
Really?
But anyway, my
Wow.
point is like, we're not going to be singing Formation or whatever.
No.
Like that, there's certain songs, it's like,
Sure.
Yeah.
like that's
It's like the Hawaiian guy that plays the ukulele, that huge guy.
the Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, what song do you think they played at his funeral?
That one.
yeah.
They play it at everyone's funeral.
That song catches me.
Is that the one? Somewhere
Over the
yeah, yeah.
rainbow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I can't make that joke.
What about Sinatra's funeral? Like, do you think if you could pick one song? I mean, they played a bunch.
What? They probably play Louis Prima. That was for all the 90-year-olds. Italians.
I'm like, don't know that one.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
What's the Sinatra song?
I think My Way or New York would have to
I
be
did
the
it my
two.
way is because it's about it's past tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like he's singing from heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Well,
And so-
this is fun. Give me what's another artist that we could do?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, I think even-
probably the Christmas song.
Yeah, hopefully she dies around
They're going
Christmas.
to sing All I Want for Christmas Is You at her funeral? Absolutely not.
If she died anywhere
They're going
close
to
to
sing,
Christmas.
I'm sorry, Hero.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Totally.
What do you think they're gonna
Hero
sing?
Comes along, and they're gonna have like a little
Oh my
girl
God.
sing it,
Yes.
and she'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They won't have a singer better than Mariah Carey sing it because that would be rude.
You know what? I
Yeah,
bet you that
that's
she
rude.
has the comfiest coffin in all the show business. You never
my
see
God.
more pillows in a coffin. When Mariah Carey does, that's just going to be a chaise lounge that they put a lid on.
You know, she has a room that's all
humidifiers.
couches.
Yeah, she's fucking insane.
She calls it her mermaid room because she doesn't have to use her legs.
Actually, I
She
would do
rolls
that
around?
shit.
What does she roll around?
It's all mattresses on the floor, like it's all cushions.
Would she crawl?
What a mermaid would do. I don't
She
know.
wiggles.
She wiggles
wanna
around.
know what-
She rolls around, and she has like mermaid decor.
That's
and
bullshit.
She, loves
She
them.
uses her fucking legs in that room.
No, she's a full paraplegic. She's like, I refuse to work these calves. And she just kind of humps,
Yeah.
in the direction she wants to go in.
And that's why Nick Cannon has fucking 800 jobs. He's like, I gotta be home with this craziness. No, are they divorced?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. R.I.P.
she's All right.
R.I.P.
I mean, it's the her baby daddy.
Oh, okay. So they're still in
still
touch.
together,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
With
yeah.
Janet
part of
Jackson. What about Janet Jackson?
See you again.
Yeah.
There's literally a song about a funeral, but
Yeah.
it feels a little too pat, right?
2 nail on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Nasty Girl.
Like Eric Clapton.
Nasty, nasty girl.
Wow. What do you think about Mystical? What would they play at his
Oh,
funeral?
I mean,
Shake your ass.
it's either no, but you know what? It might be Danger. Danger is also a big
my
mystical
God.
hit. And you know what? Maybe he went into a construction site and he got hit in the head.
Everyone's like, this is right.
This is
We
good.
have to
This
do
is right.
Danger.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just get a song that's like, it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks. Like, you watching the R. Kelly doc?
I'm
I'm a little afraid to dip
Don't.
into it.
It's
Don't.
brutal.
It's actually, I
fucking
watched
brutal.
2 episodes.
I don't like stuff about people being traumatized.
No, it's actually
brutal.
horrible.
It's brutal.
It's actually horrible.
People are really into like true crime stuff, and it's.
Well, this
Yeah.
isn't even. Yeah, I guess that is crime.
I mean, it's like a sex cult.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
too?
I didn't even get that far. It's so it hurts. to watch.
It really hurts.
But that they talk about that idea that he like created music that was bigger than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that like gave him license to like be.
I Believe I Can Fly and Ignition will live on
Also-
long beyond this.
Step
Well,
in the Name of Love, like that's literally like a wedding song.
I Believe I Could
And he was
Fly.
doing that. They were like kind of saying he was doing that like on purpose.
Yes, they say that he did it on purpose. He like
create
'cause-
wholesome
Yes,
music?
he
Yeah.
created wholesome music. They say these are the 2 things that like abusers might do in like they'll create arts that like seems wholesome. So it's like, how could this person? Or they'll
Right.
create art that's so like leaning into who they think this person is that they'll be like, well, it's just a character.
So I was all right. I
He
moved
did
to
both.
Harlem recently.
Yeah, he did
and,
both.
And the playlist was playing a lot of '90s R&B, and it was great. We're out
Wait,
to dinner
why does this have to do with you moving?
because we're in a new restaurant.
Oh, it's a restaurant. Okay,
We're in
I
a
thought you were just
restaurant.
like, I moved to
What are we
Harlem and
talking?
now my playlist plays
No,
R&B.
Sorry, we're in a restaurant.
Frederick
They're playing
Douglass. Are
90s
you on-
R&B. We're loving it.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill. It's great.
Ugh, yes.
And then R. Kelly comes on, and the table next to us, 4 women, were like, no, skip. It was like
Yes.
enough
Yeah.
people. There was a few enough people,
That's
and the
wonderful.
owner was like, oh, went over and then skipped. And then he came over and was like, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't offend you. Like, why did you want me to skip that song? And they were like, you haven't heard about the R. Kelly documentary?
Yeah.
And they explained it to him, and he was like, okay, I hear you. He goes, should I not play Michael Jackson? And they were like, well. And he was like, I just want to know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm new to the R. Kelly thing. A lot of people, including people who
Elvis.
went to court. Yeah, Elvis had slumber parties with 14-year-old girls.
Sure.
Famously.
Yeah.
Sure, Jerry Lee Lewis married his like 13-year-old cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was sort of like,
They
and
go
they were
over all this
stumped.
shit.
And they were like, well, he was never convicted of, pedophilia. And I was like, we know now, or child, predatory behavior. We know now that like people like Sandusky, like he had a children's foundation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where he took at-risk youth. And like, you watch Spotlight and you're like, yeah, who prey? It's like would always prey upon, these kids.
Yeah.
And
It's
seem like,
it's like a long con, basically.
it's like Michael Jackson, whatever Michael Jackson was, like the most famous person for a decade,
I think there's a doc like on
built
HBO
a
coming.
amusement park
Yeah.
Yeah.
for children.
Yeah.
It's strange.
It's weird.
And we all know it. And it's like now we know that's grooming behavior, right?
Sure. Yes.
And
Yeah,
also-
it's actually wild.
Did you know that we'd be talking about this?
No.
Yeah, actually, these are I wrote down. I prepared notes. This is the only time I've ever prepared.
So it's like, at what point? I mean, maybe we don't listen to Michael Jackson anymore.
I know.
Well, that's
I mean, but
Woody Allen's movies.
You know what? If it's worth it to not listen to him, if we're teaching people, hey, if you want to be famous and you want us to like you, you need to be a good person.
And you know what else? He's currently famous. He's currently a famous person. He could continue to release albums, and I think that means a lot. You know,
R. Kelly.
Yeah, that means a lot. It's like you stop listening to this dude, and it's like almost like you stop enabling that behavior.
My sister was a elementary school teacher, and the kids performed "I Believe I Can Fly"
Of course,
as a fifth grade graduation song. All the kids, sang it.
Wow.
I watched that, and the next day I was at my niece and nephew's house, and they were all of a sudden I heard "I Believe I Can Fly," and I was like, it like hit me in the face, slapped me in the face. I went over there.
Woo! Great.
And I was like, what?
It is a great song.
I was like, you got to turn this off. You got to turn this off. And they were watching fucking Harry Potter, a Harry Potter movie.
Has it in it?
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's an appropriate song for Harry Potter.
Yeah, there's a lyric. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly on a broomstick. Wait, Harry Potter has a pop song in it?
You sure it wasn't Space Jam?
I mean, unless it was like some kind of weird fucking YouTube mashup with Harry Potter and I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah, I thought the music for Harry Potter was do 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 do.
What is that?
Oh, so my junior high band teacher played that. No, I'm kidding. Imagine,
awesome.
Yeah, that would be no.
The music in those movies is so good.
Yeah, I don't know. I never fucked with those movies that much.
What, Harry Potter?
Yeah, I thought it was too nerdy for me.
Yeah, I didn't read the books, but I watched the movies.
Yeah, you gotta go back. Those movies are great.
Yeah,
Skip the first two.
really?
Yeah, because they got better at acting because they were children.
Yeah.
So as an actor, it's sometimes awkward.
practice.
It's sometimes awkward to watch.
Dude, the owls were really bad in that one
Do you
too.
guys
The owls couldn't act for shit in that first one.
Do you think those were real owls?
Oh yeah, they were real owls and they were fucking total shit actors. They had to grow up a little bit.
I never get jealous of people, but when I see fucking animals doing bits, I'm like, I had Tuesday off.
Yeah, I could fucking raise an owl to fucking be better than that guy.
Pirates of the Caribbean 3, every other shot is a cutaway to an animal going, and it works.
Yeah.
And I got so jealous watching the movie. I was like, this isn't fair. Like, you've got Johnny Depp, like these character actors. I guess you can't like Johnny Depp anymore, but
Yeah, that's another one.
You can't?
No, he was like a monster.
abusive to his Amber Heard.
Jeez.
And like on a recording and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
She got a settlement and donated all of the money to domestic violence work.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's so crazy. Amber Heard, the Aquaman. She's an Aquaman. She did all of her Spanish TV press in Spanish.
And she doesn't speak Spanish.
I mean,
No, she has to.
she did, but like,
She would just fake the Spanish. That would be so wild.
Did she learn Spanish for it, or did she? I mean,
I don't know. Like, Bradley Cooper speaks French. I don't know if it's her primary language, but it's still really intense.
and she doesn't even speak Spanish.
She doesn't. She just kind of looked like a deer headlight. But it was brave.
You know what the crazy thing about her is? She acts. She's in movies. Doesn't speak a word of English.
So when you came to New York, you were like...
Oh, so I took UCB and just like...
Instantly, as soon as you were done college.
Yeah. And I actually emailed my 101 teacher and was like, hey, I did improv. I think it was good. I was good in class. I was,
Yeah.
Who's your 101?
Ari Vukidis.
Me too.
And I emailed like right as class was done. I was like, hey, I did improv in college. I like ran my improv group for years. Like, I can't afford classes. Can I get an internship? And I got an internship.
That's awesome.
Took all the classes within a year, auditioned, got on a team. Like, it was just sort of like, and then I was like, oh, this thing I did all through college. I did high school theater. We did like, improv games after school or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, this thing that I always loved and I was always good at, like, oh yeah, I'm actually really good at it.
Yeah.
Sort of like, it didn't occur to me. I was
It
like,
feels good, right? To like
I
find
thought I was
that
going to be
out.
a party planner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
Like,
were you doing
which
for a
is
job?
beneath me.
Yeah.
Party planning?
It's,
Can you
it just
imagine me
doesn't
setting up
suit
a
you.
balloon arch? Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Roger's like, honestly, don't write it out.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
What were
I
you
don't
doing for work as you were interning?
So my first job was casting extras. I worked for Grant Wilfley Casting.
Shit.
And all they did was they cast extras for feature films. They did all The Sopranos.
How
and they
many-
were riding high from The Sopranos because there was a lot of extras.
Yeah.
And New York had a lot of actors that were perfect for Sopranos.
Right.
Sure.
And so I casted Across the Universe, the Beatles musical.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a bad movie.
It's got to be it's got to be brutal to get turned down for extra work.
It was crazy because we would.
brutal.
Oh man, we had some real weirdos.
I got cut as an extra
halfway through, or like
during the shooting process.
you were ruining the shot.
No, it was for like they were doing a Kit Kat ad and I was fat, so I think they didn't want me in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Most of my scenes
That's okay. They gave me a stipend for more food.
non-union.
Yeah, this was 8 years ago.
so
They gave me a
sad.
stipend. They go, you can't do this, but here's $10. There's a sandwich place around the corner.
Oh my
That's so sad. They're like, we don't want people to know that Kit Kats could make you big.
Yes. And you know what? I don't even like Kit Kats.
Yeah, it's like I don't even want your garbage.
Don't
candy.
even fucking flatter yourself. Kit Kats didn't do this to me, you fucking losers.
I dealt with a lot of SAG actors, but the things they had to do as extras to get in SAG was insane. Because
Really?
get enough SAG waivers, I used to give them out to my friends. But like there were people, like there's this one woman named Rochaline. Her name was Rachel, but like she was Rochaline Johnson because Rachel Johnson was already taken.
Yeah.
And she, to get in SAG, she told me she was on set playing a vampire harem. Like she was cast because she was pale. And they were like, none of the actresses can fit into this like 16-inch corset. And she was like, I'll do it. And she got in like pain in a corset to be like a featured character.
Yeah.
Wow.
And from an extra. And they put her in, then she became SAG eligible because she got the bump.
It's a great analogy for the industry we're in.
Right?
In general.
It was so crazy. And I would cast my friends to be, because some of these scenes had like 100 people. I did The Good Shepherd.
Wow.
I did, which was
Just to make
Robert De Niro.
$100 on it for a day.
Yeah. And like the SAG, and there's a real hierarchy, like the union actors get to go in the line first for food.
Yeah.
And they often have like a different set of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a different room that's more comfortable.
Because they need hot food for the SAG actors, but
It can't be pizza. There's like certain things you can't do for
yes,
union.
yes. And then
Which is, I'm in the union.
Yeah.
I love that.
you're in it?
I'm in SAG. Yeah.
Nice. It's nice.
Yeah. But the,
yeah, I guess so.
I remember I put like my husband is SAG eligible.
Wow.
Maybe not anymore. It's been a minute.
Sure.
But I had him he looked so young. I had him play a high school student in Across the Universe.
Wow.
And I wish he had his camera with him because he had like this little 1960s like, preppy outfit. Like, and they had another scene where he went to prom and they fitted him with a custom tuxedo.
Wow.
Like a 1960s tuxedo.
And you wish you had those pics still.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. No, but it was like he did enough work on this 3-day weekend that he became SAG eligible. Meanwhile, there are actors in New York City who are hustling for that.
No, but I don't even think it's a good thing to be in SAG, right?
Not if all you're doing is extra.
Can I tell you?
No, even
Or
for
commercial
fucking,
work.
yeah, that shit.
Commercial, it's the ship has sailed.
It's literally SAG fucks you. I'm fucked because I'm in SAG.
I mean,
I agree.
I'm not good enough to be in SAG, but I'm like good enough to do the non-union shit, but I'm not.
And the dues are, the initiation dues are $3,000.
yeah, I did the fucking dues, and then also you have to pay whatever you make.
Right.
It's like a percentage of that. So I literally had to like scrounge together money to fucking throw down for dues.
Yeah.
For not even like just my yearly fees to do a fucking job.
So there was this one scene, The Good Shepherd had a scene that actually feels very topical right now with this whole like Skull and Bones, Brett Kavanaugh, these kids at the Lincoln
kids,
Memorial.
The kids who they let do whatever they want on the water slide.
So there was a scene that was supposed to show that like these Yale kids kind of do whatever they want, and they're like having guys wrestle in the fraternity naked, and Matt Damon is one of the guys. And this is like an initiation scene.
What
show.
movie is this?
The Good Shepherd. It's about the origin of the CIA, and it's directed by Robert De Niro and
Bobby
De Niro. New York's Bobby.
Hey, yeah, well, name.
So the scene has these drunk frat boys all
I've never seen this.
peeing down off the balcony onto the guys wrestling. So it's just like a degrading scene. Sounds hot, right? So Matt Damon.
R.
needed to
Kelly's
wear-
a monster. And
Yeah, R. Kelly's like, there should be more 14-year-old girls with braces.
Meanwhile, the presidents have all peed on naked wrestlers.
Yes, it's like, So Matt Damon was wearing like a loincloth because he's a movie star.
Sure, so you can't show his
So
penis.
the
Unless
other-
he was hung, then he would.
Right. Unless he was like, Michael Fassbender is like, well, they demanded. I said, once again. I can't
No one has shame if they're a horse.
He's like, oh, it's actually huge flaccid. It actually shrinks when it gets hard. So I have a reverse boner penis. Oh, it's such a shame.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It becomes normal size.
Yeah, it actually becomes, it's 8 inches flaccid and 5.5 of hard. I don't know what happens to the other skin. So this guy got the bump because he was willing to get fully naked.
Yeah.
Because they needed him to block Matt Damon for most of the shots because they wanted Matt to look naked. So he came into the office at the end of the day after mud wrestling Matt Damon for at most he made $500 that day. Mm-hmm. But like he showed up and he was like, I got the bump. Now I can join SAG. We're all like cheering. We're like, yeah, you did it. And it was like, okay, bye.
They cut the scene?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The scene's in it, but like,
okay.
it's
You got
probably not his face.
Sure.
It was a featured, they call it featured background, which is what they were all hoping for because it would mean that you were definitely in the shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the extras are doing something back and forth and they're like doing peas and carrots and like in character and the camera's not even facing them.
Yeah.
It is one of the saddest things you'll ever see is someone fully costumed walking back and forth just in case the director's like, let's tilt the camera over there.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up.
I was in a Don Finelli commercial. I was an extra.
What?
Yeah. This was a Comedy Central promo. I did it like 8-9 years ago.
And were you in the shots?
Yeah. Yeah. He was like a bouncer and he let me into like the MTV movie.
Were you
awards.
friends with Don?
No. I knew who he was, but he did not know who
Yeah.
I was. And I didn't have the courage to talk to anyone. It was an overnight shoot.
But he was nice to you?
No, I don't think I talked. I was shy. I
Was
didn't
he-
talk to nobody. Yeah.
Yeah. So was Don like a total asshole to you?
Yeah, that was a real piece of shit.
Yeah, what do you think of his need to fail podcast?
He's the third tape shirt boy, so we have to respect him.
We have to by
Tape shirt
contract.
Yeah.
How's it go? Tape shirt boys. We're the tape
in
shirt
the
boys.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, I
Really
want to
not
tell you
good at
guys.
music. It's like upsetting to
Yeah. He goes, yeah. I worked so hard on that shit. Don't you talk about
No, I
that.
didn't work hard on the
and-
tape shirt boys. It's fine. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You can butcher the tape shirt boys song.
I like the tape shirt boys.
I love the tape shirt
remembered
boys.
it.
Sure, I just showed up and did it. The story of my life.
Wait, I want to tell.
That's a beautiful
I
song.
want to tell
That's
this.
what they'll play at Harry Styles' funeral.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes. And at mine.
I give you hope and drive all night.
Wait, Harry.
What'd you Oh, never mind.
No, what were you gonna say?
One Direction.
No, I was going to talk about. I was going to bring up more funeral shit. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Go ahead, talk.
I had to join SAG because I got a television demo commercial. I didn't know I was a must join.
Right.
So it was literally the least amount of money that you could get paid
Yeah.
to have to join. And they were like, you have to join by the end of the week or we can't show this client the pitch for the
Jesus.
commercial.
Oh my god.
And did they pay the initiation fee? 'Cause
No.
They should have.
No.
But like, what are you going to do?
I got
You don't
no-
want to be a bad.
No, and my agent was like, "You got to go join SAG." So I'm like, "I guess I got to fucking join SAG." And I paid $3,000.
You lost money.
I lost money. I got paid $200 for that job.
Absurd.
It's fucking insane.
But
you know
unions
what?
are great.
Yeah,
yeah.
they are great.
Yeah.
They're great
I get
in
health
big
insurance.
picture, but it's like, yeah.
They gotta
You do?
like.
yeah, I get health insurance through SAG.
There you go.
Yeah, for a few years now.
That's great.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
too. I shouldn't complain. we
Yeah.
You and your wife both
Yeah.
get SAG health insurance.
we get SAG insurance, and it's great. I'm
Yeah,
so
mine
grateful.
isn't great.
How the fuck?
I'm the fucking bottom tier.
I love it when they call the different plans. They're like, there's platinum, there's gold, there's silver. And it's like, bronze plan is great.
Yeah.
It's like, don't even call it bronze plan. At that
No.
point, just call it economy. Like,
Yeah, a qualifying.
yeah.
Economy.
The dirt plan.
Man, this was great. I feel like we went long, and I loved it. I feel like
Have we gone for 3 hours?
No. That's
Yeah, this
that's
is 3 hours.
that's like I
I
think
think you have no idea.
I think it's like maybe an hour and 20 or something like that. But this
That's
was
good. We guess the time of the podcast at the end of every episode.
this was
Wow,
fun.
that
though.
felt like a long time.
No, this was so fun. I think that we just got off
Thanks
on
for
something.
having me.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to plug besides?
Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
plug that? Yeah.
Brian
go.
Faastagram on Instagram.
How do you spell that?
BrianFaastagram Great. On Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, Brian_Faas. And if you snoop around, you could find videos of me, and you could see me at UCB Theater. And if you're a director or a casting person, I'll suck your dick for a part.
Oh yeah, I do that shit too. I thought that was a given. I'd suck a dick for a part.
Sometimes you gotta let people know.
Here's the real story about how I got into SAG. Thanks so much, man. And like and subscribe, rate and review, download the podcast, follow us on Instagram. We're gonna have a good picture before and after.
And shout out to Lindsay, our producer.
Lindsay thank you so much, Lindsay Bonnell. We don't know how to say her last name, Sebastian, and that is bad. I'm going to cut this part.
That sounds like a peach queen. Lindsay Bonnell. She owns the biggest house outside of Charleston.
She's honestly
I'm gonna
fucking
plug
amazing.
Southern Charm. Everyone watch Southern Charm for Brian. Just one episode. Just watch one. I guarantee you watch two.
And if you have any questions about Netflix's You can DM me. I watched every episode.
And also go to patreon.com/Patrick Noth. Give me $1 a month.
Give Patrick $1. Patrick needs $1.
I need $1 a month to keep this sucker going.
He does the work. And I'm the face. I'm the face of a podcast.
Eat my ass.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening to Who You Were. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Guest before and after pics on Instagram @Who You Were Podcast. Send your before and after pics to whoyouwerepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter @Who You Were Podcast. This podcast is produced independently. If you'd like to support it, please visit patreon.com/Patrick Noth. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.